Welcome to my channel on Embedded Systems, Fischtechnik and Robotics. The topic of this video is obviously my robotic arm with pneumatic hand. And last time I ended up with checking the LEDs right here. With LEDs for the pneumatics and LEDs for the switches. And one of those LEDs turned out to be wrong, non-functioning because the LED is broken, which has to be replaced, obviously. And after that, a full checkup if things do work, and I can tell some things do not work, not as intended, and not anymore as intended. But first of all, let's do a replacement of one of those LEDs. With this screencast, I can show very easily what works or is functional and what is not. And let's go here for a moment. So these are the LEDs. Some are better visible than others, but anyway, these are for the switches. And you can easily see that when I press the input 1, which is the little finger of the hand, you can see this one flashing. Then the second one, ring finger. Then the third is also visible. It's middle finger. Then index finger. Doesn't do anything. And the thumb doesn't do a thing either. And the latter thing is quite usual, quite obvious, because last time I disconnected this one. So that's the one I first have to replace. But this one as well doesn't do a thing. So probably same thing, I have to replace it. But first, the one I already disconnected last time. So let's take this LED, which I already selected last time, and solder it, put it back and test. Let's see how this ends up. So let me disconnect the other side of it, which is on this terminal block. And I hope not to obstruct the view. That is this one. And well, disconnect the resistor, disconnect this wire, reconnect everything, and mind the polarity of the LED. Things ready to solder. And well, what is the best strategy? I don't know what the best strategy is, but what I'm going to do is first disconnect this, then put a new LED on it and see how things work out. That is one. Next phase, disconnect the resistor. And now I really have to use this one because it's all wire and that tends to get pretty hot. Let's see if it is sticking together. By the looks of it, it does. So let's remount and check if this LED will burn. Mounting it back to the terminal block. Looks good. And now this has to be mounted in a connector, and that can prove to be a problem. Removing the extension, then taking out this connector. Taking out the wire is always easier than putting it in. I'm afraid this is no exception. Reconnecting the connector. And let's see if it works out. And it does. It clearly shows to work, so that is one thing solved. Remains the question of this one, which should be the index finger, which doesn't do a thing, unfortunately. So I most likely need to fix that valve, and that means that I have to find a replacement LED and first check if it works anyway, because without that I can make mistakes. And then there is obviously the question, why would I put LEDs when I have these inputs? Well, first of all, if I run the program with Python like I have it here ready to start, it is just that I don't have the reassurance in the diagnostics interface that it actually works, so I'm relying on the LEDs. And it is, for the audience on an exhibition, quite nice to see that it actually does work, instead of just pushing a button and nothing is happening, because then I have to explain much more. Anyway, instead of replacing that LED, let me just run the whole thing and see whatever happens. Replacement of an LED can wait. Alright, the supports have been removed. Now I have to close this interface, deactivate it, and then run. And that may take a while. At least that is functional. But I see a problem right here. One more time, the wiring isn't exactly what it should be. And it needs time to build some pressure. And yeah, pressing the LEDs. That is one finger. Oh, right. The little finger worked, so that's good. Unfortunately, I have only one compression chamber, so it takes time to build pressure again. And then again, some things do work out, some things don't, unfortunately. And I don't know about the cause of that. Motors are not working, except this one. This one is working, right on top. So this one is working, but this one so far isn't. The module on the other side isn't either. So I have to check that as well. And then the whole pitch of the arm isn't working. So let me put it, let it get back to the resting state and test all motors. All other motors, that is, that are not functional. Because I better check now and not at an exhibition. Right. So now I have to get back here and check. And that is this one to get most of it, I think. Input 3. That one is working. That one is clearly working. And that one is working. So far so good. But I need motors. That is the top motor. That means right. This one is working. That is where the mouse right is right now. Then let me replace this. Doesn't do a thing. Nothing. Nothing. So I need to go to the other interface. Okay, that's the compression. Nothing. Right. That is, as you can see, one of the fingers. It doesn't do a thing anymore because it's decompressed now, but it does work. And it seems that I need to check out a lot more. And all that is for another time. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please do subscribe to my channel. Give the video a thumbs up, leave a comment or suggestion. Click the bell for notification. You can also follow me via Twitter and Instagram, and you can support via PayPal, Ko-fi, and by becoming a patron. For now, have a great day, stay safe, take care, bye.